all this divine coming and intervening in your life has been marketed around the world just to run a certain type of business. You never go and fix anything. Even when doctor gives you medicine, it's not the medicine which fixes it. Medicine just allows the body to recover, isn't it? Yes? The recovery is happening fundamentally because of the life forces, not because of the medicine. About reconstructing the body, is there any divine intervention? There is a whole misconception about what is divine and what is not. Whichever religion you come from, they have always told you that which you refer to as God is everywhere, isn't it? Yes? So if it's everywhere, how will it intervene?
Breath does not mean air. This must be understood.
For the same aspiration of human fulfillment, there are so many efforts, so many different types of activity in the world. Whether one is going to the temple or to the bar, seeking God or drink or drug, one is seeking peace or war, one is seeking trinkets of life, another wants to go to heaven. Essentially, the pursuit is same. People want fulfillment. Well, it takes a lifetime of effort for most human beings. That things that they pursue will not and cannot bring fulfillment. Samyama is not an effort to fulfill yourself, but to remove the ingredients which cause unfulfilled condition within you. There is a process in your hands right now. Where you will take this process is in your hands. But it is such a potent and alive process, a very live and potent process, that if you give yourself to it, it does things that you've not imagined possible ever.
About spiritual process being fragile. If you ask me, your spiritual process is more often challenged here in the ashram than in some other city. It is challenged and it's also supported. That's important. You simply challenge, people may feel defeated. It must be constantly challenged and it must be also supported and nursed. Both are needed. As I said, some nursing is also needed, some challenge is also needed. Both are needed. There's no challenge, just nursing, you will grow up very weak. Only challenge, no nursing, you may break. It's a balance. Is there a perfect balance? There's no perfect balance, everybody balances somehow. So, where you feel most uncomfortable, you stay there. That'll be good for you. That is if you want to grow quickly. If you want to grow slowly, be where it's most comfortable. It's taken a lot of effort to constantly design every situation like that there is nourishment and there is challenge, there is nourishment and challenge. From being a Isha's Anga to become Isha, that means wherever you go, it's the same thing. Doesn't matter. You're in the middle of a marketplace, you're like this only. You can participate in everything but untouched by anything. So this is a simple test for yourself. If you miss anything, not just people, anything. Right now, anything that we are used to, food, comfort, this or that, we thoroughly enjoy it. But when it's not there, we don't miss it. When you don't have it, if you're in the same condition as when you have it, this is a good indication. That means you are moving from a nursery to face any kind of challenge. Moving to a place where you can handle any kind of challenge simply means it's giving you the freedom to do what you want. Whatever we want, we can take it up and do it. Who told you they are incarnations of God? No, you must understand this. See, the idea of the God only comes from the three Abrahamic religions. That there is the God somewhere, one authority. Nowhere else does it exist. Not at all in this culture. We called any being who is evolved beyond what we thought was a normal human being as a deva. That means he's like godlike. Because I think I've spoken about this, people call Tendulkar a cricketing god. Everybody want to come and fall at your feet and things is because when they see somebody that is evolved beyond what they think is normal, what they think is normal, then that person, they are saying, he's divinely endowed, something more than what we have. There is no the God. Because there is no the God, there is no incarnation. Avatar means a repeat performance. Yes, avatar means he's come once again in a certain form. But does not mean the God has come. If somebody is of a certain kind, they say, oh, he's Shiva's incarnation. You must understand this. In this culture, for example, they were talking about Ramana Maharshi. People used to refer to him as Bhagwan. Bhagwan generally literally translates to almost like God. Sanskrit, somebody Tell me what's Bhagwan, how does it break into two words? A fortunate being, that's what they're trying to say, okay. But generally, these are the words that are there to describe God. Tamil enna?
Kada ul means it's going inwards again.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't realize that. I thought kadval and so like. If that is the meaning, it's fantastic that they're using a word for God as something that is within.
In the dictionary it has been said like that, one who had overcome the self or existence.
If that is a dictionary meaning, it's a wonderful, absolutely fantastic meaning. Always they're referring to God as one who's transcended his own self. Fantastic. So these are the kind of the words that are there. There is no the God anywhere in these languages or in this culture. So when you… in the question when you say, how did the incarnations of God come here? They didn't come here, they were here and they transcended their self and they became Kadavul. About reconstructing the body, is there any divine intervention? See, there is a whole misconception about what is divine and what is not. Whichever religion you come from, they have always told you that which you refer to as God is everywhere, isn't it? Yes? So if it's everywhere, how will it intervene? All the time it's on. Whether you are available to it or not, that's the only question, isn't it? Do you understand what I'm saying? If divine is sitting there in heaven, let's say right now God is sitting in the chandelier, from there he can intervene. If he is everywhere, how will he intervene? Can he intervene? Because that's all there is. When you say God is everywhere, what you're saying is, only God is, nothing else is. Yes? When that's all there is, how to intervene? There is no such thing. This intervention business has come from pure ignorance. Or let's look at it another way. This body, when you were born, was so small. Now it became this much. Definitely you did not go for any stretching. The Creator seems to be functioning from within you, isn't it? Yes? So it is this Creator that you've been calling as divine, God, this one, Shiva, whatever you like it. The basis of creation is what you're calling all this. That is definitely functioning from within you, isn't it? Now, every moment it is functioning, it is just that how much space you allow it to function. That's the whole thing. You saw some, one of the American doctors sharing in the Himalayan thing. Okay, you heard that sharing. So that looks like a miracle to somebody. I don't think it's a miracle. This Creator who is inside you, who created this whole body, if your heart or liver or kidney is broken, can't you fix it? Can't that energy fix all this? Because that is the energy which is the basis of manufacturing this body, isn't it? When the manufacturer is sitting inside, Can't he fix little repair jobs on you? Very effortlessly it can happen. It is just that allowing it to function, making things happen. You have to see, every kind of material is there on the planet. But to build this building, you need to engineer this material, isn't it? If you just leave it there, it'll just lie there as it is. Now you engineered this into a wonderful building. Similarly, the inner energies, you can engineer this into a wonderful structure, or you can make it a ruin. Both are in your hands. So, some engineering was done so that it begins to function. Did I go there and fix it? You never go and fix anything. Even when doctor gives you medicine, it's not the medicine which fixes it. Medicine just allows the body to recover, isn't it? Yes? The recovery is happening fundamentally because of the life forces, not because of the medicine. Medicine just creates the conducive atmosphere for recovery to happen in the system. But the basic recovery is happening simply because of the life energies within you, isn't it? So divine cannot intervene. All this divine coming and intervening in your life has been marketed around the world just to run a certain type of business. You know, Jesus initially did this marketing about taking you to a kingdom of God. When sufficient people got interested in his kingdom of God, he just turned around and told you the kingdom of God is within you. Once the marketing was over, he told you what's the reality. First day if he told you, you wouldn't be interested. Initially marketing has to be done, you know. It won't work otherwise.
Breath does not mean air. This must be understood. When we say breath, if we talk from experience. What is right now binding you to your body is your breath. If I take away your breath, your body will fall down, isn't it? You and your body will get separated if I just take away your breath. So one way of understanding breath is to see it as a thread which binds you and your body. On one level, all yogic practices are devised. Whatever you may be doing, fundamentally it is devised to make you experience, I am not the body, I am not the mind. Because whatever kind of suffering you have, whatever kind of problems you have with life, it's either of the body or of the mind, isn't it so? Yes? Do you have any other problem? Any other kind of suffering have you known? It's just either of this or that. So various methods are employed to bring you to a living experience. If you think I am not the body, if you think I am not the mind, it is not enough. When life threatens you, you will see all your thoughts will disappear and you'll react the way you will have to react. But if it's a living experience for you, if you sit here, you have a clear experience, I am not this. Then the very perspective with which you perceive life is very different. If you're sitting here and you know experientially, Like right now you know that you're here, you simply know that I am not this, not because you're thinking. See, what you know by thought is different, what you simply know is different. Do you know the difference? Yes? What you have accumulated and think about is knowledge, it is not knowing. Knowing is simply, you know that you're here. You don't have to think that I'm here, isn't it? Yes? You know that you exist. You don't have to think that I exist, though somebody said I exist because I'm thinking. It doesn't matter. European philosophy. In your experience, whatever you simply know, that is the reality. Thought is not reality because today your thoughts will say one thing, tomorrow they will say something totally different. If you have an evolving mind, you will see at different stages in your life, your thought has made you believe this is it. Tomorrow it'll make you like a fool for believing what you believe today. Has it happened to you? Only if you're stuck in your head, all your life you got the same thought. If you have an evolving mind, every other day your thought will come up with something new and make you feel like a fool for what you thought yesterday, isn't it? So, your thought is not dependable. It is useful if you know how to use it, but it's not dependable if you're seeking to know what is true. So, when we say breath, we are not talking about the air that you breathe. The process of breathing is much more than air. It is not the air which is forcing itself into your body and coming out. Because there is a process of breathing, air is going in and coming out, isn't it? Isn't it so? Because there is a certain process called breathing, because of that the air is going in and coming out. Air is only the medium. The breath is that which binds you to this body.